Okay, welcome back to Molly the Collie. We haven't made a video in a while, and there's been a couple of different reasons why. Molly ended up going into heat, or came into season, when she was about 8 months old, and since then she's obviously gone through her heat cycle, which was about a month long all up. It was about 2 weeks of having to be kind of outside, and then after she finished off her heat cycle, we waited an extra 6 weeks, and then we desexed her. So she is officially desexed, and she's gone through a 14-day recovery period, and she is now active and back to normal. So this is Molly. This is about 17 days post desexing. So she had a cone on, a collar cone, I think they call them an Elizabethan cone, to keep her from chewing or pulling out her stitches. And once that came off, we waited an extra couple of days to make sure that the area was all good. And now she's back to normal. So she's just having a snack at the moment. I was going to show you her area that got stitched up, but maybe I won't. I don't know if she'll let me. So yeah, that's Molly. She's back to normal. It has been a long 2 months, because obviously when she was in heat we had to keep her outside, we had to keep her outside for 14 days, and then we had to wait for her to be ready to be desexed. It was a long time, and then also after her desexing, she had that cone on for the 14 days and she had to be quiet, which was really difficult when you've got kids and a border collie, to keep her quiet. So we kept her in isolation, which was actually just our laundry for majority of the time, which she hated and was really, really upsetting, I think, for all of us. But that's just what we had to do to make sure that her stitches didn't get disrupted or ruined. And finally we went back to the vet. We actually went 10 days after, and she got her stitches out, and you can see a little bit of a scar, but not much, to be honest, and she's pretty happy again. So that was Molly's heat and desexing story. We're pretty lucky that she's healthy and fit and young, and coped really well with it all. But there is a little bit of debate about whether or not you should allow your dog, particularly border collies, to go through one heat cycle prior to desexing. We waited for it. Now she's been through it, and then we desexed her, which is meant to be better. I think it's for arthritis and longevity of her health. But there's a few articles that you can read about it, and I definitely know that different vets have different opinions, but we feel as though, that was probably the right choice for her. Would I do that again? I don't know, because it was really difficult to have her in heat on our property, which we're in a suburban location. So, we don't have much space. Maybe if we're on a farm or a larger property, it would have been easier. But she didn't like being isolated, and particularly border collies. They're so active and they're so social. So, trying to keep them isolated or outside or away from you, either during the period she was bleeding, during heat, or during the desexing isolation, to make sure she didn't rupture any stitches, was really difficult. So, there's not much you can do to get around it, but it was hard. But she's otherwise well and healthy, and we are all back to normal now. So that's the story of Molly, her heat and her desexing. There you go, darling. Thanks for watching. You say bye, Molly. Say bye-bye, everyone.